Hello everyone. How are you? Hope all is well with you all and you and your families are doing okay. Guys, a mind is a very powerful thing to lose. Guys, call and check up on a friend or relative because sometimes people are going through life with so much pain and just need someone to talk to or someone to listen to them and give them advice. Just show some care because a lot of people walking around in clean clothes but living shattered lives mentally and emotionally. This is a real thing. Mental health is a serious pandemic globally, and here in Jamaica, it is more rampant than you really think. So, more so recently, I have realized how serious mental health really is and how rampant it is in Jamaica. So, I was at the university hospital in a space for 3 days and I noticed around 50 people that came into emergency were people with mental health issues. You would think there would be more of other health emergencies, but no, there were other issues, yes, but mental health emergency was the most traffic at the emergency unit. But also what I found out was that, for example, out of the 50, at least 20 reported to be artists. So based on what I do, I ask them, like, what really and truly brought you to this? You try to have some kind of conversation so you can have some kind of understanding dialogue with them to get a common understanding of what is going on in their mind. And some of the most common responses were people don't appreciate their talent and getting studio time is not only expensive but very difficult. Our promoters is taking them for idiots. There was this one guy that said he went on some kind of show that was keeping in his community. And all him chipping lyrics, he said the people them don't move. It's like they looked at him really annoyed more than amused. And it really made him feel away how the people them wicked. Well, at least that's how he looked at it. Another expressed how he was booed and how the promoter deal with him and disrespect him like a nobody. Another was there complaining how the people them don't want no positive music. And when them give them it raw, them still not getting the support. But yet his brethren them told him how him things shut a road. Meaning that he's doing well and them like what he's singing. But really and truly, him don't see that kind of response when him in the streets. I say this to say people are out there suffering from mental health. It is more popular than we really think. For me, it was just so surprising that so much of these young people are artists. That is what they say. Or they are trying to get a bus in the industry as an artist. Now, you know what is even worse out of all these 50 mental patients? Only one man was over 40. And guess what? He was still trying to do music. Talking about dub plate and him can't get no dub plate. In his rants, you know. When him come in, them acting up. And there was one woman in her 30s. But I kid you not, the rest were youths. Ages spanned from 14 years to under 30 years old. This is serious, like really very serious. What I find on a large scale is that everyone wants to be an artist. There seems to be no other more popular career in Jamaica but being an artist. And truth be told, the road to make it as an artist is a very winding and difficult road. I think it's much harder than if they were studying for a realistic career or gaining a skill that they can really live off. And I feel so sorry for these youths. I wish I could really help them. But all I can do is advise them. Go learn a skill. If the books is not for you, you need to go learn a skill to survive. Find something that you are good at and what you really like. Then you can build your artist career on the side until you see where you can survive off it. But don't live your life in a delusional state that you are an artist when really and truly many of you have to be doing criminal activities to finance the artist lifestyle, and that ain't cheap to fake it before you make it. It's not a cheap career to get into, because trying to live a lifestyle of a real artist with the name brand clothes and shoes, and you have to get a vehicle to party, and you have to follow up every dance that is keeping to make people see you and know you and see if you can get a link to something. It costs money. Why do you think there is so many artists that get caught up in problems with the police? Because they are part of criminal activities. Some hide it very well, but if you really to the facts check and them lifestyle, or if night could turn to day, or if you could have a tag on them to see what they're up to, you'd be shocked out of your brain that most of these people professing to be artists that don't bust yet, criminal activities is their way of paying their way into this field. The truth is, you have to have money to get into the artist field to be an artist for anyone to even take you serious. Because bear in mind, if they even put out a one tune or go up on a little stage and a little friend group call them up to do a little one tune, that music ain't making no money. Not even enough to buy a night's dinner in most cases. In some cases, mentally, it takes them down. And then there is peer pressure. I'm telling you, the youths got it wrong. They need guidance. But then again, who is there to guide them? Because some of them parents is basically as young as they are. They themselves don't even know any better. So we are in a bad state of affair. Who is going to guide them accordingly to let them go the right path and do it step by step? Just bear in mind, mental health is a real problem in Jamaica. So don't watch the clean clothes that people wearing. Them only want something to trigger them, and them off them rocks. This brings us to Lisa Hyper, dancehall artist.
Blood clot, Vybz Kartel have money. And him, and I like say, I beg. And money where him have for me, where him supposed to blood clot give me. And a bad mind, my bad mind or nothing. Me a sing from me a 16 and me not collect no check. Me not collect no royalties. And you see after today, everybody will say them rate me and then love me. And see where me I go through and just stand aside and I watch. You no call my blood clot phone. Because I will start do some song and this up the whole of no blood clot. What you mean? What you mean? Me say me no want nobody call you. Look from when me I go through, Papi, my brother rich. The whole of my brother rich. Blood clot, Vybz Kartel have money. And him, and I like say, I beg. And money where him have for me, where him supposed to blood clot give me. And a bad mind, my bad mind or nothing. Me I sing from me a 16 and me not collect no check. Me not collect no royalties. Yeah, and him a collect them. So you go on like on my money where you give me what here. The $4 million where you give me what here. My blood clot money. And mine they think me an idiot pussy. Hey, I don't want none of you to call me after that journey. I go suck out to no mother. And more than $4 million you're supposed to give me. You think me no know? You better liar up. You better liar up. Because you see the liar them when me a go for. Them good you could have left from riches to rags. You could have left from blood clot riches to rags. The liar them when me a go for. Fucking wicked. Suck out to no matter the whole of you. Think me like you know? Think me no know say my money what you give me $4 million. But me do. I take the whole life and invest back in my career. Yeah, but my money. And so the rest of the money what you have for me, want it.
Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel, reach out to Lisa.
Hola, man.
Reach out to Lisa. Them know say when she become emotional like this, because it's not madness, you know, people now understand madness, she's emotional.
Yeah.
Her back against the wall emotionally.
She has done some really awesome songs, but she never quite get the notoriety that she deserves in the dancehall industry for many reasons. She's one of our Queen's old girls. Big up all the Queen's girls. Big up on herself. Now this is the perfect example of seeing where living the dancehall artist's lifestyle finally bursts in her head, because it is a mama job to keep up with it, especially when you're not making money the right way off it. Over a decade, Lisa Hyper been fighting the music industry and never came to the grips with letting it go. The artist's lifestyle is not loving her back. Well, at least not as much as she loved it. Now the reality of it all is being played out on social media in such a sad way. She's hurt, betrayed, used, manipulated, promises never kept to her. She has been abused. She showed loyalty to the game that ended up playing her like a football. No loyalty was given back to her. Now it's all been manifested in outbursts on social media. Now, if you really check it, Lisa Hyper has gone through a lot. From a teenager, where videos exposed her, allegedly through Vybz Kartel own phone, of her with his pee-pee in her mouth at a time when it was still a taboo for anyone to be even saying or doing anything like that. And that's where the damage of her career started. It's not like Lisa Hyper don't have the skill, and the style, she possesses all of that. But guess what? She put her hope in the Gaza boss, hoping eventually her career in the music industry will take off and he would lead her to stardom. And the more he became a star in his own field, the more she felt confidence that he would take her with him wherever he goes in terms of her musical career. It's like a Stockholm syndrome kind of relationship. The same person who caused your career to be torn down, the same person that you're having hope in to build it back. Because there was also allegations of beatings going on the Gaza by the Gaza boss or his handyman, which many artists from the camp never wanted to admit. They never wanted anyone to know they were beaten. but endured many beatings just to get a bus into the music industry. The price they pay to be artists. Well, now Lisa Hyper is having a meltdown and is now airing out the dirty laundry of the Gaza. Just bear in mind, that Lisa Hyper would be identified as a shark that comes from the water bottom and say it deep. Trust and believe her. It deep. Bear in mind Lisa Hyper, same like Shorty, know a whole lot that goes on the Gaza. Can you imagine if Shorty was to have a meltdown on social media as well and come talk the things them? Imagine what she knows. That is why no matter what anybody say or what they want to think, Shorty will always be a part of Vybz Kartel life. Not only as mother of his kids, but she is a wealth of information. You heard what she said in a post some time ago? She is the whole picture, the cameraman and the photographer. Simply means there is no cartel without Shorty. It leaves us to understand why Kartel needed a Sidem. Sidem is different. She is not a reminder of his past. She is not toxic. She not polluted with the real knowledge of what the Gaza life is about. Sidem makes Kartel feels like he's a fresh new man. No, Lisa Hyper wanted Vybz Kartel and thought at least she would even remain as his side slap for life. And I don't know why she wanted her future to go that way, but it doesn't seem as if it's going to work out that way at all. And the reality is slapping her in the face, waking her up. Or at least there was an expectation that he would prioritize her career and well-being. Worse like how she has been there from the beginning and been throughout the storm with him, even watched and carried news to Vybz Kartel about his main baby mother Shorty in hopes of getting her out of his life and she would be his number one because she showed loyalty. But he dropped a Sidem on her and Lisa Hyper totally just seemingly realized what is happening and has totally gone into meltdown mode. Maybe she thought at first that Sidem was a ploy at first for Vybz Kartel to actually get him through certain gates and avenues. But the seriousness of the reality of Sidem is real, as Sidem is humble, submissive. Kartel at his age right now is not looking to retire with no gangster girl. He wants more innocence in his life. Now Lisa wants to be everywhere with Vybz Kartel, but Sidem must have seen it and complained, and must have seen this is a lot. So obviously it is understandable Vybz Kartel have to make some space. You understand? So now he's just focusing on Sidem and his family. You don't see everywhere Vybz Kartel is, his children and Sidem is there. Now Lisa is left behind. I know it's a hard pill for Lisa to swallow because all of a sudden Lisa Hyper third eye open, and the fact that she has been cast aside has thrown her into a total meltdown. Even though she threw Dexta Daps in the mix, it's just for show. She has options. As truth be told, many never believe Vybz Kartel was ever really going to be freed. Especially 5 years ago. It was in the latter years it became a possibility that he would be free. But it's obvious that it's Vybz Kartel that Lisa Hyper wants. But if Dexta would have her, she still would be angry with Vybz Kartel, and it would still affect Dexta and their relationship, and by extension Dexta Daps' career, because all this craziness Lisa going on with, it's really heartbreaking. But it's all over Vybz Kartel because she been there. Remember, she classified him as her man. Look back on some of the interviews that she did. The whole time he was in prison. When he came out of prison, it was her boss all of a sudden, because of course them was there. When the reality hit, then slowly the madness manifested, because she realized she was only being used, and now she is focusing it all on what he had promised her. And really and truly, Vybz Kartel, whatever you promised Lisa Hyper, you owe it to her to give it to her, honestly. Because now realizing the promises have not been fulfilled is weighing down heavily on her. Where she feel cut out of your life, all of a sudden, the promises that you made are what's important right now. So just bear in mind, she knows a lot. And if she don't get the appropriate help in the hospital, we in for the closet of Vybz Kartel being emptied. Because now we're hearing Gaza not R-A-P-E, but Gaza pedo. You get what I'm saying? So imagine all the things that she's trying to hold back from not saying. And so much have been revealed. Now we hear of beatings that has been happening on the Gaza. Now the last indignity. While Vybz Kartel and Spice and Sidem is in the UK collecting awards, Lisa Hyper take it upon herself to go to the airport to go board flight without any ticket or documents for travel, and end up in Bangarang with police officers now arrested, and her family are trying to get her into a mental institution to see if they can get some help for her. This may have been a blessing in disguise of Vybz Kartel, because even within her meltdown, she was about to say deep core crap about Kartel deep dark secrets. And even in her madness, you can see the pain in the strength she is still using to hold back many details, which this is sad. So you can see she loves Kartel deeply. And even the Dexta Daps situation was really and truly to make Kartel jealous, thinking he would see how it feels when she had to stand by and watch and support him from woman to woman, and stayed loyal, because the fact is no one on the Gaza is as loyal as Lisa Hyper. Not even the ones who did the 13 years with Vybz Kartel. The thing is, I get the feelings that Vybz Kartel is securing businesses and not so much doing music and promoting artists right now, and she don't have the patience to wait. He's focused more now on securing the benefits of his hard work over the years and while he was in and out of prison. All this talk about Kartel giving her $4 million for Christmas, and he buying her GLE Benz and she buying her own BMW, is just a delusion of her sickness. She's confused of whether to say things to make Kartel look good, when in reality, the fact is he has moved on. It's not like he won't help her, but the kind of help she wants from Vybz Kartel and the kind of attention she wants from Vybz Kartel is busy trying to live after being locked away for 13 years. He can't be at her beck and call anymore. The truth is, Lisa Hyper is broken hearted. She has lost the love of her life, Vybz Kartel. Don't be fooled by the chatter of Dexta Daps. It's all about Vybz Kartel. Her childhood lover, her man, her boss, the man who took her childhood from her, got her kicked out of Queen's High School, and lead her straight down to shame and disgrace street. Took her career to prison for 13 years, then made many promises to her to be fulfilled on his release. And she's still waiting for those promises to be fulfilled. While she was loyal to him through it all, running up and down, doing his bidding, and on his release she realized she'd been chewed up and spit out like waste gum. It's heart shattering, and you have to have a certain kind of mentality to stay sane about a situation like this. She is in explode mode, mad out. The thing is, in many countries, there's a statute of underage sexual activity with a minor that could still be brought to court. Vybz Kartel better watch himself, because the fall of Lisa Hyper began with him. We're hoping for good health, wealth, and for Lisa Hyper to get the medication that she needs to function and able to excel in what she wants to do. She loves music. Maybe she don't realize, that she could have chosen another career, but the fact is that because Vybz Kartel in music, she hung on and stood her grounds to stay in the music industry. Maybe if she had chosen to be a teacher or a nurse, she's strong enough and so on, she probably would have done better than fighting with music all these years. Look how many artists leave the Gaza while Vybz Kartel in prison and has done well for themselves. Look at Spice. Look at Popcorn. Look at Vanessa Bling. It's not like they were more gifted than Lisa Hyper. It's just that Lisa Hyper was so attached to Vybz Kartel. She built her whole world around Vybz Kartel and wanted to stay where Vybz Kartel was. And like everything she wanted to do it around Vybz Kartel. And this is her downfall, because right now Vybz Kartel is living life and is looking to live even better life. The attention she needs, a Vybz Kartel can't give her right now. She needs proper medical treatment, good therapy and counseling. I don't know how she's going to get out of this one, but it's something we're going to watch and see. The last thing we know, she was arrested at the airport, and her family was looking about her to get onto a mental health team at the University Hospital of the West Indies so she can get the appropriate treatment. Prayers up for Lisa. It's not a laughing matter. It's a matters of the heart. It's not a laughing matter. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.